Sandy knows how to keep
Sure,
the
the
power.
radio. Somebody's like, "Yo, come out right now."
Oh,
Come
she's got a spotter, right? It's like the engineers and the first mate. It's like
out.
right besides the camera at all times, like AirPod in his ear
Yeah,
with Captain Sandy. Like,
bring her out, bring her out.
no, she's not doing laundry. Yeah, the laundry room's messy as shit. Yeah, come here. Hurry up, quick, 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 quick. She's literally just said she's gonna clean it down here.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, you see Captain
Yeah.
Sandy. I want the wide shot, like of his big brother, Captain Sandy, running to get to the laundry room in time to bitch somebody out. You get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The iron.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's up, everybody?
We are back to talk one of our favorite new shows that we cover. Not a new show, but new show to the channel. Below Deck, we are on season 10, episode 7. This was entitled Eat Me in 7 Different Languages. This one was a doozy, Bri. This was a good episode. Not
good.
Great for the crew. Not a great run for the crew here. Let's just start from the top. Very, very, very demanding charter guests. If you are a veteran of Below Deck, this won't be your first, second, third, or 10th. These ones are up there, though. I like to say they woke up angry, right? Like they were just needy from the jump. Bri, your impressions.
Did they say what they did, like what their their profession or anything? Like, did I miss that?
I
Or
didn't
they just
catch
kind of
that
threw, they
this
just seemed
time.
like they threw him in.
It didn't catch it. I did see them quickly do a preference sheet meeting, but again,
Right.
this was different too because they sent the tender out to get them. They don't have to do that
Yeah.
that often. So definitely a
Um,
little bit more of an emphasis of like the rollover from last week and the Camille stuff. And obviously we'll get to a lot of Camille's stuff
yeah.
in a few minutes.
I thought they sucked. One of my biggest pet peeves is I know, and I saw, but I actually went on Twitter for this bill because I needed to know what other people were thinking, and I'm not, I don't complain like that. Like, to complain about food every bite is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me.
This is where they started, like even off the bat from like the lunch, they roll in super drunk to lunch, the yelling I am hungry, like
Yeah, pathetic.
beyond rude. I did like Rachel saying shut the F up, I'm in chef mode.
Yeah, right. She
But
was great.
they called the food, first set of food, bland, disgusting. But I felt like they kind of shriveled up a little bit. They turtle shelled a little bit when Rachel showed up.
Exactly, because they're cowards.
They did not talk that shit to Rachel's face. I don't think anybody
Exactly.
would.
No, and yeah, we're not at that point yet. But when she had to use a napkin to spit something up, I'm like, "What did you eat? A piece of shit? Like, what? How disgusting is what you actually ate that you can't? You need to spit it up."
No, you're a child. Like you're an absolute
Yeah.
child, and that's unfortunately what this and these people are the 1% of the 1% as far as wealth who people are going to pay the money they're paying. Remember, if they're tipping 20 grand, they're paying over 100 grand for that weekend. You know what I mean? Like, which I've said this from the jump, and I'm sorry if people are going to tell me I'm crazy. These boats are not worth the money they pay. These people pay. We've watched enough episodes. I'm on my own episode 7 here, and I've watched 4 seasons now of Below Deck Med. I'm powering through. They should not have to. Sometimes they don't even get off the dock. They can't even get off the dock. Sometimes it costs the same. Like if there's bad weather, like these people have FU money. They don't even care. This is not some like you never see anyone's like we've saved our whole life to go on this charter. It's our dream vacation and once in a
Right.
lifetime. Like you never see that. A-holes like who just like bring their 19-year-old girlfriends to the yacht. Like
Yeah, just yeah. I mean, I could say so many things. I just ultimate cringe watching these people.
they were smoking the cigars backwards, Bri.
I don't like smoking cigars, but that made me laugh. She's like, "Oh, it's like you're smoking a dick." That was really funny. It was just perfect because they suck. They thought they were so cool of what they were doing, and they're all wrong. Like, I don't. How do you mess that up? Even I know how to smoke a cigar, right?
Last thing I want to talk about as far as the stuff being bad, because I think Rachel's food was fine. And I think the food as it came is completely fine. Even the food they did on the beach, I thought was
Look
really
good,
good.
man.
I love that Captain Sandy put him on a crappy beach. And again, they complain. They come back. They go to Captain Sandy. Well, that beach was rocky. Captain Sandy literally, there are no nice beaches in St. Lucia. Like, boom, just done. Shut down. beat it. You're not going to find any private beaches around here. You're not going to find any sandy beaches around here. You're on the wrong island. I was like, let's go, Captain Sandy. Let's go.
You would think if they're that, why would they go to St. Lucia?
They're going to complain no matter where they go.
Do they know that they're all being filmed? Like, do they know they're going to be on the show? Do we
These
know
people
that?
don't care. These people don't care, Bri. They don't even live in reality. They're going to love watching themselves.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, are they like when
They definitely have to sign it. Yes,
to
you
sign a
definitely
waiver.
have to sign it. And I'm sure some of these people get a kick out of the fact that like they're going to be on there. And it's one of those things. I'm like, I've watched some of these charter guests on some of these ones, and some of them I feel like play up to the camera a little bit. Not all of them. I think most of them are just genuinely a-holes, most of them. And some are really nice, but like some are like, you could tell play it up a little bit, like these gimmicky ones. Like there was one where they had on Below Deck Med where they had Mr. Skin there, like the celebrity nudes website they're doing things. Like there's no coincidence that like they would have these people, right?
That's
like
really funny.
It's propped up. But I know we've been avoiding it, but we have to talk about it. We got to talk about Camille again. This thing, it's not a trilogy, I guess, Brian, right? Like we're moving on full blown saga now because we got enough. I've never seen so many to be continueds in a row.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to go, right?
I mean, I'm racking my brain straight up through I watched season 1 of Below Deck, so I've actually watched 5 full seasons. I watched the first season of regular Below Deck, then I swapped over to Med and did 4, and I cannot remember there being a vocal argument like that in front of the guests. And I'm sure it's probably come. There's like 3 other spinoffs. So in the comments, let us know. And I'm sure if you go on TikTok, you can find them. But like, you're done, right? Like you're done. Like they can get other stews. Like I've seen it happen. Like you can get, that's the easiest one to replace. I'm sorry guys, if stews are watching, like, but it is the easiest one to replace. And like, she's a jerk. Like she was good in the morning. What happened? She was good, in a good mood. She was making out on the boat, and then all of a sudden she walks in and she's just hot. Like,
yeah, I mean,
is she an actor?
I mean, it's just hard to believe that it's like you act, especially when you're the lowest rung on the totem or the lowest rung of the ladder. Like even Captain Sandy was like, you need to list who's your boss. Like you need to, and they still doesn't listen. Like it's got to be the end. I mean, if Captain Sandy's like, yo, the guest can hear you, stop, and I don't know if it's edited that way, but she keeps going. Like she's got to go. I mean, I think it's it.
No, I think this is the end of the road here. There's no one else you can blame that on. Alyssa is not fiery with anyone else. You're not going to be able to blame what's his name, the Chief Stew, Frazier. He's
right.
Super lovely and had already shown the day prior that he's like actually trying to help and make it easier and avoid confrontation. And so Sandy already knows it's on him. Time's up. You know what I mean? I'm done with it. She was on American Idol, Bri. Found that out. That's a thing.
I didn't know that.
She was on American Idol as well. She made it like multiple rounds.
What'd she sing?
I guess not good enough, but like just still like this is where I'm like, okay, like very big coincidence. You're on American Idol now. You want to
be on Below Deck.
On Below Deck. Yeah. It's Captain Sandy apparently is on Watch What Happens Live tonight, Monday night. So I actually may go and like pull that up and see like how she was, because I'm sure they'll talk about tonight's episode, and I would love to hear her live comments, because like I texted you, Brian, you were like, I might even like share the text. It's like, these people are jerks. And all I said, I'm like, yeah, but when the guests are really bad, the captains usually just have their back. You just have to like lay low and just finish the charter, and the captain will get it. Instead, they're cursing each other out in front of the wacko complaining guests. So they might like it. They might think it's funny.
Yeah. They were talking shit about like when they were like, I don't know. I can't believe, how can you live your life that rich and you're just never happy?
The oyster stuff, like you didn't have it on your lunch preference sheet. You didn't have it on your, I want it when we show up. You said you wanted all this and that when you showed up in this dinner, but you didn't. They're just looking to clean. And did you see that guy's gaudy, ugly watch with all the diamonds and jewels over it? That thing looked fake. Like it was real. You know it was real, but like,
was that the poor man's Pierce Brosnan or
no, the Russian dude, like the guy looked like who's the dude that beat up McGregor, like Khabib. The guy looks like a poor man's Khabib.
I don't know UFC, but
yeah, people, he looked like an a-hole. They were all assholes, but like,
yeah,
those particulars. So I think for all the things that happened, it probably was the best episode of the season.
I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Those are the episodes I want to watch. I want to see. I want to side with the crew more. I want like the guests are being assholes. I want to be like, yeah, the crew do something, tell them. I don't want to.
That's
Like,
not how
I
it
feel like
works.
I was siding. Like I don't want to be against the crew like Camille. I want to like be on the side of the crew.
Captain Sandy is the right captain for this crew. Like, you know what I mean? I think Captain Lee would have missed a lot of this. You know what I mean? Because he just
With his injury.
Yeah, with his injury. Yeah. I mean, it just Captain Sandy's right in the biz. And she was like literally hanging out in the galley when this is all going down. Like, your guys are dopes. Like, she's not sleeping. It's middle of dinner. Like, dinner just ended. Like,
And Alyssa stayed up till like 4 a.m, which is
Alyssa's a good worker. Alyssa's a good worker. Like, she's dumb in the respect that, like, why are you even engaging in the fight? You don't have to. Like, you are above her. You don't have to. If she's being sassy, you just let it be, and you go to Captain Sandy next day, be like, look, like the attitude's not changing. Like, she full on was yelling at me in the area. The guests are right there, and I'm just not doing it. But like, she showed me attitude. She showed everyone else attitude again. What do we do here? That's what you do. Instead, you realize the the cameras are there, and you get the fighting because you don't want to look like a pussy.
right.
And that's what happens. Right. So we'll see. Listen, Captain Sandy's savvy. Captain Sandy's a reality star at this point. You know what I mean? Captain Sandy's done like 8 seasons of her show, 7 seasons now this season. Like, she knows what she's doing too, right? Like, she shows up very conveniently, way more than like Captain Lee does. Like, she shows up right at the right time. Like, Captain Sandy knows how to keep the
Sure, the radio. Somebody's like, "Yo, come out right now."
Oh, she's got a spotter, right? It's like the engineers and the first mate. It's like right besides the camera at all times, like AirPod in his ear with Captain Sandy. Like,
bring her out, bring her out.
no, she's not doing laundry. Yeah, the laundry room's messy as shit. Yeah, come here. Hurry up, quick. She's literally just said she's gonna clean it down here. Like, you see Captain Sandy. I want the wide shot, like if his big brother, Captain Sandy, running to get to the laundry room in time to bitch somebody out. You get there. The iron. But I think that's it for this episode. I enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on this stuff. We have a ton of stuff that's premiering this month. The Bachelor, Love Island, Jersey Shore. We're covering The Circle until it's over. The Challenge until it finishes up. Singles Inferno this week as it finishes up. So Circle of Life, some things end, some things start, and even some of our favorites coming like Survivor in March. So make sure you check out everything, including our TikTok. A lot of funny clips of things like Love and Hip Hop, Below Deck, The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, stuff like that. For myself and Brian, thank you. Peace.